Namaste, it's Jackie. We're going to do some yoga together. So as always, we're going to take just a moment to get settled. So if you have a yoga mat, you can find a spot to put that out on the floor. Or if you don't have a yoga mat, just have a space that's big enough that you can lie down and stretch your arms all the way up over your head. And if you have maybe a thick towel or a blanket, eventually we'll come onto hands and knees, and it can be nice to pad the knees. So take a moment to get settled, perhaps closing the door of the room that you're in, or even turning off your phones and computers for just this little bit of time. We'll be together for about the next 40 minutes. So we're going to begin standing up and just begin to shift the weight from side to side. You could have your feet a little bit wider, maybe about hip width apart. And just maybe even let that one foot come up off the floor, just shifting your weight side to side. And then let both feet come down and just rock forward into the balls of the feet, and then rock back into the heels. And do that a couple of times. And then just try to balance the weight on your feet. So you're standing a little bit tall, and you may feel that you could stand up a little taller if you shift the weight back so that you feel the support of your spine. And then beginning to notice your breath. We're going to start to let the inhales be a little deeper and the exhales be a little longer. And as we do that, we're going to lift our arms up over our head. So inhale your arms out to the side and up. Breathe through your nose. And then exhale your hands down and your eyes down, breathing through the nose. We're going to go up and down like that a few times. So quite slowly. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. You feel how the spine lengthens on the inhale, the chest lifts. And on your exhale, try to hug your belly in. Do that again. Inhale, feel the chest lift. Reach your hands up, lift your eyes. And exhale down. And then we're going to do a slightly different movement with our arms, and we're going to try to focus a little bit on hugging in the transverse abdominis while we're exhaling. So this thin layer of muscles that wraps around the abdomen. So you can bring your hands to your belly, and on the in-breath, we're going to let the hands float out to the side, and you feel the chest lift and expand. And on the exhale, let the hands float back to your belly and hug in the abdomen, like you're zipping up the zipper on something a little snug. Do that again. Inhale, let your hands float out. You feel the breath in your chest. And exhale, pull in the belly. One more time like that, just to get that sense of the inhale, lifting the chest, expanding, and on the exhale, hugging in the abdomen. And then I'm going to turn to the side, and we're going to do a little bigger movement, including a forward fold, and we're going to continue to breathe in that way. So this is just so you can see my back. So inhale your arms out to the side and up. Feel the breath in your chest. And on the exhale, let your arms float down, bend your knees, pull your belly in, and lean forward till you can touch your legs. And on your inhale, straighten the arms, lift your chest, and maybe even straighten the legs a little bit. Here's that lengthening on the in-breath. And then pull in your belly as you bow back down. And then inhale, let your arms sweep out and rise back up. Let the palms touch here. And on the exhale, lower your hands down, belly in. And we'll do that a couple more. So inhale, arms out to the side. Feel the breath in your chest. Exhale, bend your knees, bow down, pull your belly in, lean forward till you can touch your legs. And inhale, lift your chest, straighten your arms, straighten your legs a little. Exhale, bend the knees, pull in the abdomen, let your chest bow back down. And inhale, sweep your arms out to the side, rise up. The legs just straighten gradually. And then palms touch here, and on the exhale, palms to your heart. Pull in your belly. And one more like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep your arms down and lean forward till you can touch your legs. Bend your knees as you go down. And then inhale, lift the chest, eyes, straighten the legs a bit. Pull your belly in as you exhale down. Now we're going to repeat that a couple of times. So inhale, lift the chest. Pull your belly in as you exhale. Bend the knees as you go down. And one more like that. Inhale. Bend your knees. Exhale, bow down. And then out to the side with your arms. Once more, lift. And then exhale your hands to your heart. And then let your arms come down and just stand still for a moment. You could let the hands come down, and if you roll the palms open, it helps to open up the front of the chest, the front of the throat. And just notice your breath and any sensations you can feel in your body after those simple movements. Okay, and then we're going to step the feet out a little bit wider, not super wide, but a bit wider than your shoulders. Still feeling steady, and then we're going to do some lateral movements. So inhale your arms out to the side and up. Here's the breath into the chest. And on the exhale, let your left hand go down and your right arm drape over your head. And on your inhale, stay here and lengthen more. Chest lifts. You feel the breath in that chest. And exhale, pull your belly in as you sink down. So this inhale, as you lengthen, also lift your right heel up and see if you can reach over a bit more. And on your exhale, put the heel back down, pull your belly in. Do that again. Inhale, reach, lift the heel. Exhale, ground the heel down, pull your belly in. One more. Inhale, heel lifts. Exhale, lower that heel down just to enhance the stretch, and then inhale back to the center. Slowly exhale your arm down. And one time we'll just lift both arms up. So inhale, both arms up. Exhale down. Maybe you notice a little difference in the two sides. So both arms up, inhale. This time left arm's going to stay up and right arm's going to come down. Lean over to the side. Pull your belly in. Now inhale, open a little more, lengthen a little more. Exhale, just soften that elbow, pull your belly in. This inhale, lift your left heel up and reach a little more. And on your exhale, put that heel down, pull your belly in. Do that again. Inhale, lift and lengthen, lift the heel. Exhale down. Pull your belly in. One more, inhale. One more, exhale. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale down. See how you feel on that side. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale down. And then we're going to go forward a little bit like what we did before, but we're going to have our hands on our knees. So take an inhale, let your arms go up. And exhale, let your arms sweep down. Bend your knees a lot, almost like a little squat. And on your inhale, just let your chest lift. Your arms could straighten. Pull your belly in as you exhale down. We're going to do that two more. Inhale, lift the chest. And if it's comfortable for you, it doesn't make you dizzy on the exhale, you can let your head bow way down, still keeping the bend in your knees. And inhale, rise up, lift the chest. Exhale. Maybe you just bow down a little, or maybe you let your head go all the way down. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, stay. And then inhale, let your arms sweep up. You can straighten the legs gradually. And palms to your heart. Exhale. And then step your feet back in. See how you're feeling. Stand tall for just a moment, maybe rolling the palms open. You could perhaps even close the eyes for a moment. What do you notice? All right, for the next part, we're going to come on to hands and knees. So please come down onto your mat, and if you like to pad your knees, I'm a fan of taking care of the joints. So you could come onto something with your knees, and then rest your hands under your shoulders, hips over the knees. Now we're going to think about the breath in the same way. So inhale, lift your chest and eyes. Feel the chest expand. On the exhale, pull the belly in. So you start to feel the low back round, and then sink back. Let your elbows touch. Your hips sink towards your feet, and bow your head. And then inhale up to tabletop again. Lift your chest and eyes. And do that again. Exhale, round back. Inhale up to tabletop. As you lift the chest, you might even feel the stretch down into the belly. Exhale, navel in, the low back rounds. Fold back. And as you rise on this inhale, please lift your right leg and stretch it back behind you. Push the heel back, point the toes down, still lifting the chest a bit. And then exhale, put that knee down, pull your belly in, round back. And now left leg. So come up, inhale, left leg, push the heel back, point the toes down, lift the chest. Put your knee down, fold back, exhale. So as we do the right leg again, we're going to add the opposite arm. So right leg, left arm, inhale. And then put your hand down, knee down, fold back, exhale. Left leg, right arm, inhale. Exhale down, fold back. And each side once more, right leg, left arm. We're not rushing here. Maybe even pausing at the top of this in-breath. And then exhale down, fold back. Left leg, right arm. So lengthening out, feeling the breath in the chest, and pause for a second. And down on exhale. Inhale to all fours, and then put your elbows down on the floor. Let your hips sway, and you could make a little fist circles. And then push back up to all fours. Take your right leg back again and put the toes on the floor. So you can push the heel back, and you may notice how that kind of lengthens the back of the leg. And when the toes touch down, it helps us to avoid letting that hip roll up, which tends to happen. So notice where your hip is, and then please, while your foot is on the floor, inhale your left arm forward. Hold on the exhale, pull in your belly, and then inhale, lengthen as you lift that foot off the floor. Now exhale, pull in your belly, round your back, tuck your knee towards your chest and your elbow towards your knee, and then slowly stretch back out and try to pause at the top of that inhale. Again, engage the abdomen tuck. We're doing this quite slowly. Inhale. If you need to breathe faster, that's fine, but try to breathe as slow as you can. Exhale. And inhale. Now hold on the exhale. Pull the navel in, lower your eyes. Hold on your inhale. Now everything down. Put your hand down, your knee down, fold back on the exhale. Maybe give that right wrist a little shake. And then come up to all fours and take your left leg back. So you could do this whole movement with just the leg and not the arms if it's a little much for you. Please inhale your right arm forward. Hold on the exhale. Pull in the navel. And when you inhale, lengthen. Lift your foot up. Now we'll do the tuck. So pull your belly in, exhale. Knee toward your elbow, elbow toward your knee. Inhale, lengthen back out. Try to pause right at the top of that inhale. Exhale. Back out, inhale. Try to just find that little pause at the top of the inhale. One more. Lengthen back out, inhale. Hold when you get to your exhale. Hold on your inhale, get a little longer, find that pause at the top of the in-breath. And then please exhale everything down and fold back. Maybe a little movement for the left wrist. And inhale back up to tabletop. Tuck your toes under. We're going to push up to downward dog. So let your hips rise and take a few breaths. Maybe starting with the bent knees. Maybe pedaling the legs. See what you feel. Pushing down through the hands so the hips lengthen up. Pulling in the abdomen on the exhale. All right, and then put your knees back down. Push up to stand on your knees. Again, the padding under your knees could be helpful. You're welcome to tuck the toes under here or have your feet flat. See what's good for you. And then we're going to lift the arms up over our head forward. So please inhale your arms up and try to cultivate this awareness of the little pause at the top of the in-breath. Exhale down, belly in. Particularly if you're doing this in the morning, this is an energizing technique. So inhale, lift, and these pauses at the top of the inhale help to energize the body. One more time, inhale. And remember to engage the abdomen on the way down, like you're hugging in or zipping up the zipper. So this time we're going to add a little twist, so please inhale both arms up. On the exhale, one arm's going to go behind, one arm forward, and turn your head and look at the arm that goes behind, pulling in the belly. And inhale back to the center and up, and pause at the top of the inhale. Go the same way again. Belly in, exhale, turn, head, shoulders, belly in. Inhale, center, lift. Pause at the top of the inhale. One more. Again, it's okay if I'm breathing a little too fast or a little too slow for you. Inhale back to the center, and then we'll do 3 the first way. So exhale your arms down, pull your belly in, soften the eyes. Inhale up. Exhale. Moving slowly, breathing slowly. One more, inhale up. Pause at the top. Down on your exhale, pull the navel in. And then we'll do 3, twisting the other way. Inhale up. Exhale, turn the navel, look over that shoulder. Inhale to the center and lift. So don't push your breath. It's not about taking the deepest breath that you can. We just want to lengthen it in a comfortable way. Inhale, center, and lift. If it makes you anxious to breathe this slow, go faster. Inhale, center, and lift. Now this time just lower your arms down by your hips, soften the eyes down, pull the belly in. And then 3 more, arms up. Exhale down. So you could try closing your eyes for the next 2, just to help you focus a little bit more on your breath. And down. If it makes you off balance or doesn't feel comfortable to close your eyes, that's fine. And then pause. Please come down to child's pose. So for this movement, you just fold back, and you could put your elbows down, and you can just curl up in a little ball, and somehow try to support your head. So you could stack up your hands or your fists. Some of you might rest the head on the floor. That's fine. It kind of muffles my microphone, so I don't do that. And then rock a little bit. See what you feel here. So again, we're trying to do some kind of energizing. So this way of breathing, holding the inhale a little bit longer, is energizing in a nurturing way, like a cup of broth, not like a cup of coffee. Just gives us a little energy. And then please come to all fours. Take your downward dog pose again for a few breaths. So push up, and this can be nice also to stretch out the back, like the child's pose. So just watch your pets, watch your cats and dogs, see what they do, see if you can mimic what they do, and notice how many times a day they do these stretches. And then come down to your knees in this other movement that mimics our pets. Exhale back to child's pose, and as you send your hips back, walk your hands forward. And on the inhale, we're going to come up and let the hips shift forward. This is upward dog. Try bending your elbows here. Don't let the shoulders come up. We want the shoulders to draw down. And then pull your belly in as if it pulls you back. Exhale back. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale forward, little bend in the elbows, lift the chest and eyes, and maybe you can find that pause at the top of the inhale. And back, pulling in the belly, like it draws you back. One more time, coming forward. Don't push, just find a good stretch for yourself. And back. And then just come up to all fours, and we're going to do a little sequence where we combine downward dog, upward dog, and the child's pose. So please inhale, lift your chest and eyes. Pull your navel in, fold back to child's pose, letting the elbows touch and your head bow. Inhale, tabletop, lift the chest and eyes. Tuck your toes and slowly exhale to downward dog, pulling in the abdomen as you push up. Inhale to tabletop, lift the chest and eyes. Exhale back to child's pose and move your hands forward a bit. And then inhale forward to upward dog. So let the hips shift forward any amount, little bend in the elbows so we don't let the shoulders come up. Exhale back to child's pose. Belly in. Inhale to tabletop, slide your hands back up under your shoulders. Tuck your toes, exhale belly in as you slowly push up to dog pose. Inhale to your knees, lift your chest and eyes. Child's pose, exhale. Walk your hands forward and up to upward dog. Inhale forward, waking up the spine. Exhale back to child's pose. We'll do the sequence one more time. Inhale, tabletop. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Belly in as you exhale, down dog. Inhale to the knees. Lift the chest and eyes. Exhale, child's pose. Walk your hands forward. So last upward dog in this sequence. So come forward, inhale, and maybe you pause here. Maybe you stay for a breath or let the hips sway. Don't hurt your back. And then exhale back to child's pose. And you could stay in child's pose, again, finding some support for your head, pillow or a blanket, or you could come to downward dog and hold downward dog. And a bend in the knees could be nice, or pedaling out the legs. Whatever you're doing, notice your breath. And then if you're in child's pose, push up to all fours and stand up. And if you're in downward dog, we'll just walk the feet and hands back in. So please come to standing again, and you can move your padding out of the way if you had that on your mat. And once you're standing, let's swing a little bit. So step the feet a little wide, let your arms swing, your head turn. Some of you know I like silly sounds, so you could practice your horse lips. You go, just any kind of releasing breath. Breathing out through the mouth can be, even just a sigh can be nice. All right, stand tall. Take a moment. Notice how you feel after waking up your spine. And then we're going to do a little movement in the warrior one position. So right now I have my feet about hip width apart. So I'm going to step my right foot forward on my mat and my left foot back, still letting the feet be in line with my hip bones. And then take a test bend in your front knee. So what we want is that the knee is over the heel. So here I kind of want to bend my knee more. So I'm going to step that foot a little wider. Just find that distance that feels right for you. On the exhale, let's try that movement we did at the beginning. Exhale, touch your belly. Straighten the leg. Inhale, bend the knee, let your arms float out. You feel the chest open. You could even push the sternum forward a little bit. Exhale, straighten the leg, touch your belly. Do that again. Inhale, let the arms float out, touch, open the chest. Exhale, touch the belly. So this time, lift your arms up a little higher. So bend your knee, lift your arms like a cactus. Let the chest open forward. And on your exhale, straighten your leg, touch the heart center, touch over your center of your chest. And then inhale, open, pushing the chest forward. So leaning into the front leg a little bit. Exhale, touch, and maybe your hands stack up the opposite way. We'll do two more like that. So inhale. Again, we're just leaning forward in this variation. Exhale, belly in. Again, alternate the way you're touching. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, we're going to hold the bend in the knee this time. So take a bend in your knee, open your arms, and we're holding the legs steady, remembering to engage the abdomen on the exhale. Draw your elbows down. And on your inhale, lift your chest, and maybe your arms float up, and you can pause at the top of the inhale. And exhale. Belly in. And again, in this version, we're leaning forward slightly. Inhale from your hips. Your shoulders are reaching up out of your hips. Exhale. And inhale, and then we're going to hold one of those two arm positions. So you could hold here, you could hold here. Both are nice. I kind of like this one to open my shoulders. And finding maybe a little more challenging position for the feet, you could keep your feet flat, or you could try lifting the back heel up so you're in a lunge. And breathe. Another breath. When you get to your next exhale, you can let your hands float down, and then just step your feet together and give your right foot a little shake. Shake both legs. And standing with the feet about shoulder width apart, you might just notice the two sides for a moment. And then we're going to do the forward fold like we did at the beginning with the bent knees. So on the inhale, lift your hands up. Now we're going to bend the knees on the exhale and lean forward like a little squat and touch your knees. And inhale, just lift your chest, get a little length here. And exhale, bow. And again, you might just bow a little bit, or you might let your head drop down. And then inhale, lift your chest again. And then exhale, and again, you can bow just a little bit, or you can let your head drop down. Inhale your chest all the way back up. And step your feet back in. And then we'll do that warrior one sequence on the other side. Again, we'll have the feet hip width apart, so please step your left foot forward and your right foot comfortably back. And again, we'll do a test bend in the front knee. So inhale, bend the knee, make sure it's right over your heel and you have the distance that you want between your feet. On the exhale, when you straighten your leg, touch the abdomen. Here's that hugging in, zipping up. And on the inhale, bend your knee, let your hands float out and your chest push forward gently. Exhale, straighten your leg, touch your belly. Inhale into the open position, and maybe you can find that pause here. Exhale. So this one will go arms higher, cactus arms. Inhale. Exhale, touch the heart center, belly in. Notice which way you're stacking up the hands. Slow inhale, come forward. Find that pause at the top of the in-breath. And exhale, stack up your hands the opposite way if you can remember what you did. We'll do two more. Inhale. Exhale. Another slow breath in. Just hold a comfortable amount. Exhale. So the next time we'll hold the bend in the front knee. So inhale. Again, in this version, we're shifting the chest forward, and you might hold on the exhale, hug your elbows down. You can feel your shoulder blades hugging on to your back, and then inhale, lift a bit. Lift your eyes if it doesn't make you off balance. Exhale, belly in. Hug your shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach up. One more. And then inhale, lift your arms and hold them in some position that you like. So you might have them straight up. You might have them wide. You might have them cactus arms. And then there's a little momentum into the front leg as we lean forward slightly. And again, if you want to challenge your balance a little more, you can come up onto the toes of the back foot. Also bending the front knee more challenging, so you're welcome to unbend it a little bit. Keep breathing. Maybe a smile. Next exhale, you can lower your hands. Step your feet together. Give them a good shake. You can jiggle things. You can bounce on your heels. So this is called rebounding. You just let the heels lift up and you jiggle. And it makes everything jiggle and bounce, which is what we're looking for. Helps to move fluid around the body. Okay, and for the next part, we do want to do a forward fold, so we're just going to lie down on the back and pull the knees up into our chest. So go ahead and make your way down onto the floor, and you can lie down on your back and pull your knees up into your chest. And now this may feel quite nice to massage your back by rocking, swaying to one hip and then to the other, or by circling the knees. So if I put my hands on my kneecaps, I can just make some circles. That feels nice. Find something that feels nice for you, and then circle the other way. You could circle your ankles too, which may feel good after all that standing. Or shake your feet. All right, bring your hands lightly behind your knees. We're going to straighten the legs up and down a couple of times. So inhale, legs up. Push your heels up. Exhale, bend the knees. And as you pull the knees towards your belly, again, there's that hugging in the abdomen. And then the inhale. Push up, spread your toes. And then the exhale. And do that again. Inhale. And exhale, bend your knees, and then lower your feet to the floor. Keep your heels in line with your hips, and we're going to do the bridge pose a few times to open up the front of the body. So you can place your hands palms down and pretty close to your body. And try to look straight up so you don't twist your neck while you're lifting. So as you're ready, on an inhale, push through the heels and the hands and let your hips float up. And on your exhale, lower down slowly, and here's another opportunity to hug in the abdomen. You can kind of push your back toward the floor here. And then inhale back up. And you feel the work of the muscles in the back, so the back of the legs, the glutes. Exhale down. So try this time as you lift your hips up to also let your arms lift up over your head, similar to what we did standing on our knees. And then exhale. As the hips go down, let your arms come down. See if they can touch together so your arms have a good bit further to go. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift your hips and your arms. Exhale down. Remember, hugging in the belly on the exhale. And the next time we'll see about holding. So if you like, you can lift the hips and the arms or just the hips up. And you can see if you want to hold for a few breaths. Still some attention on the inhale, trying to lengthen a little bit, even lift a little bit. And still hugging in the belly on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Don't worry about lifting your hips too high. You just want to work the muscles in the back of the body. So please come down when you get to your next exhale. And then pull your knees into your chest one at a time. A little ankle circles, and then any movement that feels nice for your back, rocking or circling the knees. Some people like lifting the chest up here. And then lower your feet to the floor. Let your feet be a little bit wide and your knees touch. For many people that's comfortable. If it's not, just adjust your feet so that it feels comfortable. And let your hands rest softly on your belly. Let your eyes just scan the room. Get a sense of where you are. And feel the places you're touching the floor. And listen to the sounds, any sounds that you hear, which might include the sound of your breath. As we begin to settle down for the relaxation part, you can let go of that breathing effort, so no effort to breathe, just normal breath. And where can you soften the mouth or the throat or the shoulders? And then as we begin to shift toward our relaxation, is it nice for you to have your knees bent? You could also place a pillow or a cushion under your knees or even rest them up on a sofa or a chair. Or maybe it's comfortable for you to lie flat. Again, you shouldn't feel discomfort in your back. So if you do feel it in your back, I suggest that you keep your knees bent or put support under your knees. Even though it feels like you might want to support your back, usually that's helpful. You could keep your hands on your belly. It might feel comforting. You could have your hands by your sides, palms up. It's a nice receptive, open position. We're going to take a couple of breaths with a sigh just to release a little bit more. So please inhale. And through your mouth. And we'll do that once more. Please inhale. And then through your mouth. And if it's comfortable for you to close the eyes, just let your eyes be closed. And begin to shift into the resting part of your practice. So this is just as important as the other parts, our relaxation pose. As we begin to settle, I'll close with this little prayer. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at ease. May we all be safe. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May we all live with ease. So I strongly encourage you to continue to let your body rest for another 5 minutes or 10 minutes if you can. Or if being still is a little challenging for you, try counting 12 breaths. And I look forward to seeing you the next time. Namaste.